took some time off, was able to kind of get away and get some rest. I mean, something that you don't really get to do during a game. You get to be able to go home and take a nap, so I took full advantage of doing that every day. But watched a little bit of Florida, but not too much. But it was really good, as much needed for sure.
Steve?
Along those lines, based on your personal film review, what are your early impressions of that Florida defense?
Yeah, I think they got a good defense. I think one of the things that stands out is they're very streaky at times. Like, they'll put really good stuff on tape, and then at times it's not as good. But when they do put good stuff on tape, it's really good stuff. You got talented players, but I feel like it's nothing that we had seen before. But got to be able to do our thing. It's not about what they do; it's about what we do.
Sam?
And just with this game being against Florida, how are you feeling just health and injury wise now playing through 6 games, a year or so since the injury?
Yeah, I feel great. It's a blessing just to be able to get through 6 games, feeling good. Obviously, you're gonna get banged up through playing in this league, playing football and stuff like that. So, but other than that, no, I feel good and excited for this week.
James?
You guys have talked a lot about how there's a brotherhood, togetherness, and resolve. So where do you feel like that's at after those back-to-back losses you had?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's still in the same spot. I mean, you're gonna play tough games and you're gonna lose games, and that's part of it. Obviously, that's not the goal for us, and that's not what we want to happen. But it's part of the game. You're gonna lose some, you're gonna win some, and you got to be able to bounce back, whether it is a win or a loss. And so, I feel like that's a message for the guys this week, is to be able to bounce back in the right way. Like that game doesn't define who we are. We got everything we want in front of us. We just got to be able to go take it.
Paul?
Along those lines, Blake, obviously last year you were out after the 4th game, and at the midway point of last season, I know guys kept fighting and still striving to finish the best they could, but a lot of things were off the table as far as the winning season and trying to get to a bowl game. How different is that mentality of the team going down the stretch, knowing that a bowl game is possible and a lot of other things are possible for this team?
Yeah, I mean, I look at where we are this year compared to where we were last year, and just the mindset of the team and the morale of the team and things like that. To be honest with you, I think we gave up last year. I think a lot of people did, and that's just me being honest. And I look at our team this year, and it's like I said, when we're sitting at 4-2, and we got everything ahead of us. And you kind of feel that throughout the locker room. There's not a game that I feel like we go into that it's like, we're gonna lose this game. No, like the expectation is you're gonna win that game no matter who you're playing. But the morale of the team, the energy, the belief, all that stuff's still there, and it's great.
Carly?
Blake, you just talked about how the messages you guys want to bounce back. How have you seen guys? You kind of just talked about the morale, but how have you seen guys start to do that over the bye week and I guess going into this week?
Yeah, I think for one, just getting healthy. Being able to give some guys a breather a little bit, be able to take some off their legs. I feel like it starts with that. But also just the talk throughout the locker room. Like, I mean, you look at the last game, our defense played their tail off. And there's so many good things to be able to take away from that game defensively, and there's a lot to learn offensively. If you look at it in the right way, you're going to be able to go and improve on all those things in the next game. So that's kind of been the emphasis for the offense, and then the defense being able to pick up where they left off.
Steve?
It's interesting, you look at this road schedule, they didn't do you guys any favors because it's so hard for fans to get there. You have all these long trips. And so when you think about those fans that do come out and do come cheer for you guys in these road games, I mean, how important is that to you guys?
I mean, it's so important. I mean, anybody that you can get to the game that's on your side it's huge. And we see that. We see the people in the stands that are supporting every time they come. So, I mean, it's huge for us just to get as many Mississippi State fans as we can at any away game. But it just shows how much they support the program. It shows that they care, and we do really appreciate that for sure.
Colin?
After seeing what Florida was able to do against Texas in terms of pass rush, I guess, what are some of the things you prepare for in a road game like that where you're going to have to get the ball out quick?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it doesn't change, obviously, but at the same time, my mindset is you got to get the ball out of your hands. And, it's not going to be pretty every time. It's not going to look the way that you want it to look, but being able to find a way to get the ball out, whether it's a check down, whether it's being able to scramble vertically, if there's a lane in the pocket that I can maybe maybe squeeze through in the A or B gap. Just finding ways to limit the negative plays. I mean, that you look back on our season when we're not successful, it's the negative plays on first and second down. So that's the biggest thing going in, is you got to be aware of the fact that it ain't going to be perfect, and I got to be able to, whether it's with my legs, make plays, or be able to find the check down or dirt it if I have to.
Danny and Sam.
Like Coach talked about Brennan being such a good team player, and just talk about him coming back from his injury so quick and what that means to you, having him on the field.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have him on the field, it just creates a spark for the offense for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's tough whenever you have an injury or it's something that you maybe can play on, you maybe can't. But I mean, he's doing whatever he can to be on the field every time that we go out. So kudos to him, and he's a great player. I mean, it's somebody that we need on the offense, that we're just a different offense whenever he's on the field. But very tough guy, leader of the team, so it's always good to have him out there.
You and Coach Levy have talked about the need to be more consistent on offense, staying drives and avoiding 3-and-outs, things like that.
Yeah.
What is kind of the key to doing that as you move forward here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back, like I said, it's the negative plays on first and second down. I mean, it's hard whenever, you run the first play and it's 1st and 10 and you're 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 13 or maybe even 2nd and 15, whatever it may be. But anytime you're not getting positive yards on 1st and 2nd down, it just puts you in a really hard position on 2nd and then 3rd down. You're not able to get to the 3rd and shorts or the 3rd and mediums that, it's a lot easier to run plays from that depth or even convert on 2nd down to where you don't even put yourself in the 3rd down. So I think you look at our offense, like I said, it's like when we've been stopped, it's because we're not efficient on 1st and 2nd down. So we got to be better at that.